Hello there folks, my name's Great Mighty Poe, and welcome to part 170 of Elden Ring Reforged Master Mode. Let's get back into it. So last time we had a bit of a diversion from the outskirts, and we used a bit of a different build to take out the gargoyles that we could. So we took out the gargoyle here, and we took out the Valiant gargoyles as well. All had to be done at some point, and I figured since I was using a slightly modified arcane dex build with a different weapon, that I get those done, and so we can switch back to our regular build. So, yay. It's good to be done with, good to know that Valiant Gargoyles are out of the way though. That's another one off the list that I, had concerns about, but yeah, with the fact they didn't have as much health as I thought, they weren't as bad. They could have been a lot worse, but... Oh, it's good to have blood pools again. I guess I think at the end of the last time I mentioned I've been perusing the ERR Discord again. I can also kind of mention sort of a conversation I started up today, sort of about people's expectations on the difficulty. Because a lot of people put a lot of time into Elden Ring. Obviously there was like a massive period there where all we had was base Elden Ring and waiting for DLC, and you know, they may have played ERR early on and given it the respect it deserves in terms of difficulty, but then, you know, they got played a bunch more and played the DLC and all that, came back for the 2.0 update and jumped into Reforged thinking, oh yep, this is going to be a breeze. They pump it up to hard difficulty or master mode and then get their teeth kicked in and bounce off the mod rather quickly. And so I guess it's sort of a PSA from me is don't do that. Reforged is very, very clearly meant to be played on the default Reforged difficulty. That is what gets the most balancing attention. I believe Kern tests on hard mode as well, but the intended is the Reforged difficulty. And even if you are well experienced in Elden Ring, it is very recommended to start with that when it comes to Elden Ring Reforged, just because you know, Reforged is a lot different in a lot of ways, and learning its ways to dodge things and all that is really crucial. And it can take a bit of time to learn that, so while you're learning the ropes of the ERR, it's always recommended to start with those lower difficulties. If you do start to get the hang of things, then you can always bump it up to Adept, if you want that little bit more of a challenge. Like, I'd say Adept is a perfectly fair challenge. Hard mode I don't feel like offers all that much personally. And Master mode is for crazy insane people like me. Some of the special difficulties as well can be quite difficult. Shura comes to mind as sort of a Master mode adjacent, where you're having to focus more on deflex. So, yeah. I recommend always the Reforged difficulty for this mod. There are a lot of these fellas. They're all dying. I got those stairs quite yet. Lovely. Oh, this scarab. Is this gonna be strong enough? I hope it is. Yeah! Golden parry. Awesome. I'm not too sure how much golden parry has changed, but golden parry, Kari Retaliation, and the buckler parry, at least in vanilla, the best parries in the game. So, yeah. The Dragon Bolt Knight. Can we sneak up on him? Oh, we can sneak up on him. Okay, I was expecting a block to happen there, but instead my character just did an R2. Ow. Oh. Oh, that, wow. Yeah, that caught me. I felt like he was getting a little bit faster. Also, he's one tanky motherfucker. Man. The sad thing about dying constantly is that I have yet to be able to engage with the multiplayer because I've never rune arced because I'm always dead. I'll take a golden sunflower. Don't really need it because I could just buy them at this point, but sure. It's also raining now, which means he's going to do even more damage. I was expecting that bleed at some point, so good. Like, is he getting faster, or is it just me? Because it feels like as he charges up, he gets faster. Ah, I dodged way too early. Don't get hit by that one again, Poe. There we go. He does give us a Bolt of Gransax, and also a Lost Ash of War, because of course. It'd be cool if he actually used this. Like, if he was standing at the top of the stairs here, and as you're running up the stairs, he's launching those bolts of Gransax at you. It'd be great. Yeah, this is obviously the Ash of War from the Bolt of Gransax weapon, just turned to a spell. So, it's really, really good. And sounds like they're pissed at me down there. But they can just screw off. Also, another Lost Ash, because we need more. We always need more. Don't see anything over here. Always interesting, though, that, like, on the other side of this is apparently a lake. Which... interesting. Okay, there's a rune piece. I was wondering, there gotta be one around here somewhere. I'm gonna actually fast travel over to this grace here, because we have a little bit of a mini boss coming up, so I may as well get the better grace for fighting them. Although it's probably gonna suck fighting them no matter what, just simply because of the the terrain around here. Not the greatest terrain for fighting this particular dude. So calling out Margit, I know you're there. You are healthy. Oh wow, that was delayed a little bit longer than I even expected. Okay, he's delaying longer than expected. Has he switched up his timings to try and catch me off guard? Those damn daggers. Always catching me. It feels like he's got about as much health as he did comparatively. Although it gets a bit easier now that he's got the hammer, because there's a bit more openings when he's got the hammer. As weird as that sounds. The poison really coming in handy here, gotta admit. Yeah, I pictured this happening because I struggled with Margit early on, and so I'm gonna struggle with him here. His dagger swipes seem to be just like, no matter what, you're gonna get dagger swiped. And, yeah, I'm not very good at it. Man, why is the Stake of America... Okay, someone needs to delete that Stake of America, because I hate it. There's a grace right past him. He doesn't stop you from getting the grace. So, like, what's the point? It's closer to go to the grace. Because I don't even... I don't even pay attention to, like, the choosing screen. I always just spam A on it, because why would I ever not choose the Stake of America? So in cases like this, it's like... I end up spawning at some weird-ass location. I thought I was close enough for the other one! Yeah, that's different timing. I swear. Bloody rock. Yes, I'm gonna blame the terrain rather than my poor dodging skills. How the fuck do you dodge that? I've never figured out some of these. I pushed B! Oh, I'm out of heals. Well. I think the terrain doesn't help because, you'll hit the terrain when you don't expect it with that hammer. Oh, the fucking Stake of America! I was talking so I wasn't thinking. But yeah, the terrain here not being flat doesn't really help. I often have getting stuck in holes and stuff like that as well, so yeah. Yeah, 1 second, Margit. I'm holding forward on the stick. Why did you duck, you fucking idiot? Yeah, I don't like fighting you in a hole, Margit, if I'm being honest. There you go. Okay. Yeah, that's different. How? I think that might have been... Is that just a 2.0 thing? Or specific to this Margit? Because it's driving me insane. Fucking hold. Mate! I knew the bleed was gonna happen, so... Yeah, like, there is no reason that should have hit me. Okay, I was holding backwards that entire time. And my character dodged forward. He did the fucking random hammer slam, and so I just freaked out. Oh, I'm getting frustrated now. I never like boss fights where it feels like I'm dying to things outside of my control, like the terrain, and stuff like that. Like, it never feels good to get fucked over because you know, couldn't avoid the 15,000 holes on the ground, or the boss stepped in a hole, or the boss elevation was slightly offset, so now he's gonna hit you with his hammer slam when he really shouldn't, and yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. The fucking lingering dagger hitbox. It's not lingering, I'm just molding, don't mind me. Yeah, I think let's just be aggressive. Chase him down. I heard the heal. I heard it go off. My god, man. I think there's like an order to which things happen. And I think if a heal goes off, but it's preceded... Okay, I'm not even gonna I'm just gonna get on torrent, okay. Because we have to have a stake of America. Why is there a stake of America? I forgot what I was even saying, man. Yeah, like there's an order for things, so like if a heal's going off, then it doesn't matter, because if you take damage, it'll cancel the heal. Because it overrides the vect or whatever. I don't know how it works, but that's what it feels like. A lot of trouble with his dagger throws, where the edge of them is clipping me, and I think it is to do with terrain height. I think if I'm dodging uphill, I don't dodge as far. So I need to dodge downhill, if that makes any sense. I can't wait to fight Margit, because Margit is so much more fun than Margit, because Margit doesn't use those dagger slashes nearly as much, and also, you don't fight him on a fucking hill. Even Margit, the like Stormveil one, even he's got a really poor arena too, because you have gravity to deal with as well. Plus less room to maneuver. Hurry up. Margit's one of the few enemies where I feel like deflecting is really needed for certain things. I think most other enemies you can get away with dodging everything. But Margit just has some insanely fast attacks that are much easier to avoid if you're deflecting. I think his dagger slashes need to be easier to deflect, because in their current state they are insanely punishing. think part of the problem is they tend to miss your guard quite a lot. I guess it's a bit of a balancing act, making the hitboxes big enough to deflect, but not too big as to make them unfair for players who aren't deflecting. Oh, hole. Oh, fuck you. Have I had a stance break? No, I haven't. I was like, normally I get a stance break on this guy. Where is that? Okay, I've never seen that. He, decided to punish me. That was slower, hence why it managed to hit me. Also, he's stuck in a fucking hole. There we go. Okay, he got stuck in a hole at the end there, which was a bit of a problem. Viridian Amber +1. Pretty decent wee talisman, that. Lovely. Right, that took way too long. I do really struggle with Margit, though. He is a very complex boss. Particularly for when you do fight him in early game. Like, those dagger slashes are in reaction to you being in front of him after certain attacks and trying to punish him. And I guess Margit is kind of meant to be that way, to sort of try and ingrain into you to not have those bad habits. But there's not many other bosses who actually punish you for being in front of them after they attack, quite like Margit does. He's very unique, very aggressive boss. And I guess that's why I kind of like him a little bit, because he is so different to a lot of the other bosses in the roster. And I like Margit the most, because of my level 1 run, where I had to really learn how to fight Margit. I'd honestly say Margit is harder than Margit, in my opinion. Just because of the stage of the game you fight Margit at. And particularly in ERR, because, yeah. Margit has a lot more health. Although I guess Margit has more health in ERR as well, because in vanilla, Margit's very, very weak. And same with Margit. Because you can just go get a +6 weapon and decimate everything. I'm getting on torrent to get up here, so... There we go, Arteria leaves. Trollolol. Yeah, your big slow attack made it so I was able to run the fuck away. Ow? Oh, the slow one with the delay. There we go. Gotta say, I do like getting gold in 2500s. It is very, very nice. Right. We got some shenanigans coming up. This is a camp. And I believe the red eyes are either the operatic bat or the bats. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. Fairly sure this is a camp here, though. So, you can see the bats circling around the outside. We're going to wait for them, because they'll come back around this side and hopefully see us. I can see one hanging up here already, actually. So we fight this dude. It should get the attention of the other ones when they get over here. Yep, that indeed did work. All the bleed. That one decided to leave. Mate. Oh, there's a pumpkin head there. That's right, it's the operatic bat and the pumpkin head, I believe, that are the issue. I need to wait for this bat to come back around, because I don't want to fight an operatic bat, a pumpkin head, and another bat all at the same time. That would be a recipe for dead pose. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like if you poison a sentient creature and they get low on health, they should go into like a frenzy because they realize they're gonna die. So what's the fucking point of any defense? They just go all in on trying to fucking murder you. Well, that sounds like a bit of a debuff that would be kind of difficult for them, for those types of builds to deal with. So welcome to the House of Fun, but the only fun that's going to be had is by these two. Obviously the pumpkin head, he's big, and that makes him move faster, but he's not as fast as the operatic bat. She can cover a lot more distance, so use that to your advantage. And watch out for these stupid bloody barricades. Although actually, is she smart? Yes, she is smart. These holes are so annoying. You know, mad pumpkin heads should be able to damage other enemies with their fucking headbutts. Get out of the fucking sky, love. Okay, we got a poison. Okay, and the pumpkin head is starting to leash, and she's starting to leash as well. So they've reached the kind of the point that they can go. She's dead. Awesome. The bloody slash there coming in clutch for that final hit. And now we've got Red-Eyed Pumpkin. Ow. Okay, I'm actually getting a little bit concerned about my bleed bar and having a one-shot bleed where I'm on low health and he hits me, I bleed, I take damage from the hit and the bleed, and I instantly die, so... back up to deal with that. Also, the fact that I bleed myself a bit doesn't help. No stance break there, but hey, got him down. Awesome. Where'd that operate that die? Because she did drop a rune. Gone rune 4000. Nice. So yeah, that one can be another little bit of a hard encounter, but if you lure the bat away, and well, I guess I tried to lure her away, it didn't really work, and I had to fight them both at the same time anyway. But if you're just careful, you can dodge Pumpkinhead pretty well while damaging her. Gone rune 5000. Lovely. And we get the crude iron claws, the pumpkin helm, and the lost ashes, or a lost ashes. Obviously, the crude iron claws, we've seen them using these all run long. I think it may be like a cut model thing that they have those claws, and that it doesn't show up in vanilla, or it might be something that ERR specifically custom modeled. I'm not too sure, but the crude iron claws, they are custom to add the weapon that the Mad Pumpkinheads are using on their hands now. So yeah, because it's a bit weird in vanilla how they punch you and it does bleed build up. So yeah, it is a set of strength claws, which is really, really nice. Also get the regular pumpkin helm, which is, you know, you don't want to get hit shot. There you go. Which surprisingly actually is a bit of an issue sometimes. Oh man. I don't think there's anything else up here that I'm particularly concerned with. Old fangs, cool. Not gonna try anything fancy like hitting them with my sword. I'm just gonna shoot them because that's the most efficient way to deal with this. An empty graveyard here, which a nice idea would be to move the death bird here so you don't get ganked by skeletons, but that wouldn't happen because skeleton gank is very important to that bird fight. Well, as not skeleton gank, it's another snail gank. It'll be Garrus 2.0, but Garrus evolved into a bird, and there are about 20 more snails. But they don't respawn this time, so that's gonna be fine. I can't believe Garrus has been one of the fights to completely break me. Man's got hands, and his snails have, I don't know, everything else. Oh, hang on. Nope. Nope, that's not going away. Hang on. I should have paused my stream, not the game. Sorry, I wasn't thinking straight there. I just needed to cough, and I couldn't think straight. Bit of a scratchy throat. As happens every now and then. I just get scratchy throats randomly. This whole area over here is just like dead zone, I guess. Like there's nothing really here. It is just plants and animals. There's definitely a lot of space there where ERR could do some pretty interesting things. Like that's the most important thing here as a single nascent butterfly, because that's a rare material. So we got something. Woo! And mushrooms, because I like mushrooms. It is really weird though how like there's this undeveloped land right outside the capital, and like this should be farmland. This should all be farmland. Like these walls here, what are they protecting? Because you got like the walls around the inner city, Langdell, but then these walls here, they're not really doing much. And so I imagine, like, lore-wise, Langdell would have fields and villages and all sorts of stuff in this outer ring around Langdell, and also most likely access to a port or some fresh water somewhere. You know, a river, a lake, access to the ocean, something like that. Langdell, you know, in order to be a capital city, you need one of those things. Fresh water, because people can't live without that, and also access to trading routes is very important. Plus, you know, I enjoy the image of some poor ship just looking up in horror as a boat opposite them, just some man just launches himself off it, just crashes straight through the deck of their ship in his fucking horror-loo. Because that'd be one area where the live stream would have to be secure, is from the ocean, because that's how people get here. So they'd have to have a pretty good navy. We just don't see any evidence of it. Oh, and this guy here, he comes back, but he doesn't turn to Margit. He just kind of is a commoner now. So, he dies. Okay, I think I've cleared around this area, which I think is what I wanted to do. Oh, you dropped an item and I missed it. Raw fruit, nice. Anything hiding up here? Any room pieces? Any goodies? No, no. Okay, so that's sort of the right side of the road, all cleared. And Margit, because Margit's kind of in the middle of the road, so. We've still got all over this way to do though, so it'll be fun. Let's have a look. How are we doing for room pieces? We're at 18. Getting there. Let's rest up and reset the area, and then I think we'll end off. It's been long enough, this one. So yeah, I'll say once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care, guys. Have a good one.